Power of Sport time. Let's bring in Mike Lefkow.
Niko Gonzalez has been in the San Antonio community for a while, first as a baseball player, now as a baseball coach. So Niko, we want to talk about that, what the power of sport has meant to you. First, as a player, how important was sports for you growing up?
It was everything. It helped impact my life in a positive way. It kept me from making bad decisions. It kept me from staying in the right track, staying healthy, having a purpose and a goal. It really just motivated me. It was the dream, and it was every day being at the field, hitting balls every day, throwing every day, thinking baseball, thinking sport, and it excelled in the classroom to kind of say, hey, I got to keep my grades up, and hey, I got to eat healthy, and hey, I got to be this type of person because now I'm impacting others. And so putting it all together, it meant everything.
Hey, what kind of life lessons, I guess, do you want to extrapolate out there that baseball can teach with that routine, that every single day you're doing something, you're working with a big group of players who are depending on you and you're depending on them. So what kind of communal effort do you take from that?
Yeah, it's baseball is a game where you're going to fail a lot, and you see the struggles in players from 7 years old to 18 years old, and you see the frustration that it builds. And you know, when you get in the real world, you dealing with that failure helps you deal with the real world. And I think that's the biggest transition is baseball players have dealt with failure over and over again, and so when if their career doesn't allow and they get in the real world where you know they get a job and stuff, they're able to fight because of their successes and failures on a baseball field. And I think it really propels you as a person, and you know, the team camaraderie, people like team guys, the respect and everything like that goes a long way. And I always tell people, you know, at the end of the day, when you finish playing baseball, the only thing that you will remember or will mean something to you is the team camaraderie. Being a part of a group of guys and all the memories you make, that's what you remember. You don't really think about the hits or the innings pitched or anything like that. It's the team, and so that's the biggest thing I see.
Now you turned a baseball playing career into a baseball coaching career, especially coaching youth and high school age kids. As a coach now who's in a position to impact young kids' lives, how important is the power of sport in this situation?
It's very powerful. Impacting others' lives, it means a lot. I've done things to help players in all different aspects. Off the field, we've had players with trouble and they get in trouble and I'm there for them. And we've had players on the field who excel and the players who don't excel, and just pulling them aside and sending them the right direction. What I'm very good at, toot my own horn a little bit here, is sending players to the people they need to be sent to. We have hitting coaches, we have pitching coaches, we have mentors, and I can identify what the player needs and kind of send him in the right direction. And
the thing you mentioned about failure, now that you're in a position to coach kids, is that what you kind of stress to them, that baseball, you'll fail, but it'll teach you some life lessons that'll be valuable?
Correct, and we try to judge success in a different way as well, because you'll have a kid who hits a line drive hard and it's caught by the second baseman, but the success of that at bat is when you hit the ball hard. Changing their mindset from I failed to looking at success a different way, because the game is tough. You're hitting a round ball with a round bat squarely, so it's not easy, and the everyday struggles is what keeps these kids hungry. But at the end of the day, the failure is going to come, and it's how you deal with it and how you move on that's going to make you the type of ball player you want to be.
Yeah, and I guess there's so many aspects of sports that can be a playing career, a coaching career. What have you found from being a working professional in this industry about how sport can kind of lead lives and careers for people?
It's impactful. It really is. It leads, you know, we've just saw Brett Beatty, he's the first rounder, and we saw Hudson Head, obviously. That's impacting them in a tremendous way. But we also have guys who go to college and they become a mechanical engineer, or they become a coach themselves. And we've had players who've played for us who now end up coaching for us. So it's a never-ending circle of impacting the lives, and it's a joy.
Well, Niko, thank you very much. We appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you, Mike.
Fellas, appreciate it. For more on the power of sport, you can head to the website sanantoniosports.org.